Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman, and we're broadcasting from the Jennings A. Jones College of Business. One of the career-ready majors offered by the Jones College is supply chain management, offered at both the bachelor and master's degree program levels. Here to tell us all about it is Dr. Richard Tarpey, Director of the Center for Supply Chain Management and Sustainability and a professor here in the Jones College. Richard, welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So this is really, when we talk about being proud of a degree program, we do talk about your program quite a bit, but I want to back up a little bit and let's give our viewers and listeners just the baseline definition. What is supply chain management?
Sure. So supply chain management is essentially the management of everything in a business, from the procurement of raw materials to the point the customer receives the product or the service. Used to be called operations back in the 70s and 80s. Now we specifically refer to the topics as supply chain, which most people really didn't have much concept of until COVID-19, of course, when people couldn't find their goods and their toilet paper. Suddenly everybody realized, hey, supply chain's important. That's what gets the products to the shelves.
And obviously our degree program, we can point to students and alums who are finding jobs in this high demand field, correct?
All over the place. Middle Tennessee State has the distinct advantage of being in the Middle Tennessee area. So if you look at the Nashville Chamber of Commerce website, the statistic is 65% of the US population lives within a 12-hour ride of Nashville, a drive.
Right.
So that entices hundreds of distribution centers. You see them all up Interstate 24, Interstate 840. Manufacturing, transportation companies, all those companies are hiring our students out of our programs.
That's terrific. So we talked about the Center for Supply Chain Management and Sustainability.
Right.
Let's talk about the sustainability part of this and how that's been a new focus for you.
Sure. The sustainability in supply chains is very important. If you think about what do people do with the goods that they purchase and then they throw away, or the scrap at some of our manufacturing plants, or something that's becoming more and more prevalent these days you hear about is the returns. So a lot of times customers will return products, they don't get resold, they just go right into the dumpster and end up in a landfill. So sustainability and after use is very important in the supply chains. What do we do with all these goods and materials that we're producing and now are unwanted?
And we had a conference here on campus where we discussed that. Talk about some of the high points that came out of that.
We did, thank you, yes. We hosted the Tennessee Environmental Council. Their Policy and Practice Forum was back in November, and it was specific to solid waste in Nashville, which of course is a pretty relevant topic in Rutherford County right now with the Middle Point landfill, of course. The conference focused really on how do we reduce what we use and what do we do with what we use as far as recycling and reuse. So we had two state senators here. We had, of course, the mayor of Rutherford County, the mayor of Murfreesboro, the city manager of Murfreesboro, along with industry and other governmental representatives. We're here for a full day and really discussed those topics on what's the future of solid waste in Tennessee.
Looking ahead to March of this year,
Right.
You've got another event. Talk about that.
So annually we have a supply chain summit at Middle Tennessee State. We talk about certain aspects of the supply chain and the supply chain industry. Last year we worked on sustainability was the conference theme. This year's conference theme is going to be on cargo and package theft, which is a more and more prevalent topic for supply chains, whether it be at the last mile, your package getting stolen from your doorstep, stolen out of the van that delivers it from your doorstep, or even cargo theft on the railroads.
Wow.
Transportation theft, transportation as far as the truck trailers are getting stolen from places, and then down to the manufacturing. So product and materials getting stolen from the plant. So all throughout the entire supply chain, we're going to focus on preventing and looking at what mechanisms are available in order to reduce that, what we call shrinkage, which of course costs money
Right.
to a lot of folks.
2026, we've got a couple other partnerships too. Want to touch on real fast?
Sure.
Home Delivery World. What's
Home
that gonna be
Delivery
about?
World. So Home Delivery World, that's the largest, what we call last mile conference in the world, which is really that from the point of the distribution center to the house or to the final customer. So that conference attracts somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 4,000 participants. It's going to be held in Nashville, Tennessee. And MTSU is the exclusive university partner of that conference. So we have the ability to promote our programs and our services, if you will, of the Supply Chain Center to all those folks that are coming into the United States and to Nashville for that conference.
That's terrific. And then the Transportation and Logistics Council Conference.
So that conference is a national conference of all the transportation and logistics companies. that belong to that organization. That's also going to be held actually I think that's going to be held in Franklin, Tennessee.
Yes.
And MTSU is also the exclusive university sponsorship for that conference. The beauty of both of those sponsorships is we have the ability to bring students into those conferences. They'll get to sit in the sessions, learn in the education sessions, and then help out with the conference, and most importantly for us, make those networking connections.
Talk about the Synergy program and what that offers our students.
I love that program. So that program really differentiates ourselves from the other supply chain programs in Tennessee, and there's a lot of good supply chain programs in Tennessee at other universities. So this program, we partner students with companies for the full 15-week semester, and the companies give those students a specific project. And it's not a made-up project or a case study. It's a project currently going on either at their distribution center, their manufacturing plant, whatever the case may be. The students then work with representatives from the company, and at the end of the semester, they'll come up with recommendations or solutions. And then they deliver those recommendations for solutions to the senior leadership of the company. Now, we're very, again, fortunate in the Middle Tennessee area. We have corporate headquarters. We've partnered with Geodis. We've partnered with Mars Pet Care, where the students actually get to give an executive presentation in front of executive leaders with what they believe are the solutions to the problems. And many of the companies we've worked with have actually implemented those solutions.
You know, I'm sensing a common theme here. MTSU seems to be the thought leader in this. MTSU seems to be connecting with the industry partners in this.
Exactly.
And we are also making these great events happen where these topics are being discussed and debated, and our students get those opportunities as part of those conferences. That's not an accident, right?
That is not an accident. That is by design. And our goal, of course, is that our students walk out the door able to jump into a position and not spend 6 months learning, but actually contributing as soon as they get to the company. That's our goal.
Wow. Well, Richard, thanks for sharing all of this opportunity that we're providing the students, and really the cutting edge technology and processes that we're offering them to get jobs in the business world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.